You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
The voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. na your platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, yeah, hey, voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl begin the security power. If you call me, count on me anyhow.
Council X Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na Politics and the People, the program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform with a tin up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
A very good evening and welcome to yet another edition of the program Politics and the People, where they come to you from Liberty Online Television every Tuesday, 8 o'clock evening time. One for big party. We'll start a little bit late, but we're there so for talk about issues of national development. Like always, we bring Master Sabi people then for talk about Tinem, where they unbog me and you too, or Tinem, we don't improve from the different sectors in the country, particularly we get for do with governance. And of course, and also everyday life, and of course, national issues get for do with politics. So we decide to look at how politics they impact the country and how they impact me, you too, we the ordinary citizen them. My name is Alex Lawrence Koma. Today we want to look at President beyond in work we don't do for invest by young people them. When the president, I'm sure now this in 2023 election, we say they're going to give 500 or 2018. Me guess they're going to help me for correct and they will give 5,000 jobs to young people them. And we still don't know how far that injury they. And then it gets young people in cabinet. I don't know if they're a part of the president in commitment. It gets young people the way it get good job them way. But people them if you say now old people don't plant old them position yeah so. Me not going in position for say good or bad about that, but I will ask questions to people them who can bring. When are people that way all national position them? When are people that way the country itself? We see they give them respect. Can bring them for let them can tell you or answer to the question and when they ask. And today for we talk about intended. I get two young men in the studio. One a journalist, a politician, and now a public servant. And name na Abraman Kaikai, the director of communication, National Youth Service. A very good evening to you, sir.
Good evening and welcome.
All right, and the first thing we'll get you so nice. So you get for the canal, I get for the sea. Abraman fast because he gets the background where I should see me saying I accident. So now all be struggle in the field. And I know say no, as a journalist, always a journalist. And of course we'll get another journalist, civil society and lawyer. more like Kanu Conte, the executive director for National Youth Coalition. Of course, Ibn Dekaya, very good evening to you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
All right. More like done the work around young people them for a very long time. and now human rights defender also. So I know say they in place for answer to most of the questions I'm gonna go for ask or we may go to now. So but Kai now in the government. I know say go a bit strained because not from the Ministry of Youth, but we also use the advantage for squeeze am because it's a dinner at the party within power. So I will first now in knowledge for expand them, cover the Ministry of Youth. So me go cover now for say it go limited for most of the things they go say because now director for youth service, but at the politicized as SLPP man, not representing the SLPP. But again, you will defend your government. Now, what you go tell me what the goodies what this government don't do for invest by young people them from 2018 to this date?
Thank you, Alex. You know, first thing first, like you said, another year for talk on behalf of SLPP, then get the own spokesperson. We then legally elect them in duty for talk on behalf of the SLPP. They year as the head of communications for the National Youth Service, we're an agency under the Ministry of Youth Affairs. And so with that, I want to tell you, see, keeping in line with His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio's commitment to youth empowerment, the Ministry of Youth, we don't they play we role because now we are the leading ministry. We're responsible for ensure the implementation of that promise and policy for empower and capacitate employ youths them. We don't do them. We in the National Youth Service, we get with sister agency in the National Youth Commission. Both then agencies here under the Ministry of Youth Affairs, and even inside the ministry we get youth in livelihood skills projects, youth in agriculture projects, youth in fisheries projects. So like we get a diverse branches under the ministry, all geared towards ensuring say we get the youth them for learn skills, improve their ability, and then contribute to national development, and then you self-empowerment.
So if you say as a government, don't do enough. Somebody just correct me na Facebook where I talk about so 500,000 jobs. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just tell us Fred, thank you for that day. 500,000 I President Biobi promised.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I don't do enough from 2018 to today.
Let me make something clear to you and to the audience. No government anywhere in the world will ever do enough for people. It's not possible. We needs and we wants not they ever end as human beings. So you go try your own best for achieve or attain some, but for say any government go tell you say, I don't do all for me people. I don't achieve all for me people. Any government will tell you, or any candidate they can like with 2028 they come so tell you say I go achieve everything what they promise to una, I go fulfill everything what they say, everything una want, I go make sure I get them all. Count that person out. You know mean seriousness. But as a government, we focus now for ensure say the things we the promise to the people, we do we utmost best for achieve to the extent we go make people then be happy for we and appreciate we and give we mandate for continue. Now that now we focus. So that is why the promise where the president make about 500,000 job. Yes. Not to tell you go say realistic. Not to tell you go say achievable. It's achievable. It's realistic, and we don't get closer or even already achieve that. Because, like I say, the agencies them we get with different mandates. However, that brings something to attention. Like where the adage go, you can take horse go now at a side, but you force that horse for drink. You go to follow a drink, but you go force them for drink. Which means youth empowerment, youth capacity building, as a ministry and the agencies where they into that ministry. We don't do we best for make sure say we focus on them and make sure say we empower them, we achieve them. You go train the person, you get capacity, and then at the end of the day, you get for life and for be independent. Now from that point, the person also get the responsibility for make sure say they continue for improve on himself. We don't, as the Ministry of Youth Affairs, let's just take like under the Youth in Fisheries project. Yeah, under the Youth in Fisheries project in the Ministry of Youth Affairs, we don't give fishing boats them to youths. We don't give fishing gear as the net, the how they call it, outboard machine and other things to use them across this country. Now the coastal areas, the areas that we they involved in fishing, we don't provide them to them. The government we give them work and pay. That don't happen. We come to the transportation sector. We don't provide motorcycles and keke to youth them. Now empowerment projects in this. We go to the youth in agriculture, farming. Across the 192 chiefdoms in this country, we make sure we empower youth them for get into agriculture and all them chiefdoms in there. We provide the seeds, we provide food for work and everything. So we they do them. But not to government a responsibility say after it don't empower you, after it don't train you, after it don't give you all the skills here, year in year out, if they run after you for let you implement the activities here. No, you self get a duty now. They don't put water. You say call you back. So we are doing our part. You talk about the car wash project. We don't build car wash there across this country for empower youth and wade into car wash. Car wash is not a bad thing, but people don't understand. Car wash is a very profitable business. Yeah, people they don't build car wash them, put machines and they will then jet washer for wash cars. We a day for empower them, then they did and they work, then they raise funds. We don't work along with them. We provide them meal and care for then let them they store water they. We arrange with Guma, then they supply them water. So we on part now for building capacity and give them the resources. We don't do the capacity building, we don't provide the resources, but then say get the responsibility now for make sure say then keep up with them training them and make sure they maintain them equipment and resources so we give them so then say go grow and develop. The same thing they happen now the National Youth Service where we mandate now for with 2016 mandate now before recruit, train and deploy university graduates on a year-long internship. We know the good job, but when you go on the internship, based on your performance, you can succeed for secure job. We don't happen. Since 2018, we'll begin recruit.
That one reminds me. When they send the people them, so that 6 months when they go take
1 year.
1 year when they go take. Now they give them resources for that period. Now they pay them and they give them stipend.
Okay, so when we begin the recruitment in 2018, we begin get a mandate for a 3-year pilot phase. That 3-year pilot phase, government may give them every month stipend. And even after the 3 years, we go around again, we plead with the Ministry of Finance, they extend them for another 2 years, we continue for giving stipend. Now that will be mandate. However, employers or the people we they help with for let them take them on internship, we go back and go negotiations with them. Now what we send them? We not give them stipend again, but the institutions they give a stipend, and even along the line, we they get development partners. We sometimes, if the some institutions they find them difficult for providing stipend, when they go back to institutions like UNDP and OK, we get stipend from them. We chip in for help that institution just so that they go continue for the day until they complete their service.
All right, I can't do it for do that. I'll bring you for National Youth Service, but I'll bring the civil society, man. And listen to what's in Kai they say now, so and we don't walk around youth business for a very long time. Looking at the president's promise to young people, them, and how this government done he outlined some of the projects. Then they do the car wash, the youth in fishing, youth in agriculture, of course, this youth service and other project more than they do now the Ministry of Youth. As civil society, somebody that advocates for young people, they may feel satisfied.
Well, as an organization, Youth Coalition, we're not so satisfied because the reality now that youth unemployment are serious problems as you know. And the president gets a fine vision where he can, and that a first vision for young people was 500,000 jobs, as you rightly mentioned. Forget this 500,000 jobs. We're not being too clear about how we go about it. But like how Kai mentioned, there are some strides that honestly the government said don't make. In terms of fisheries, something like 50 boats, what they get to people away deep and fishing when are young people them. In terms of agriculture, yes, they don't do something on that. Even grants. And grants are like for support young people already into business and other things. And they're looking to skills, training young people, tricycles, motorbikes, I think about 200 or so. So all these are good things where the presidents like strive for though. But the question is the 500,000, where we get them? No. 500,000, we're far from them. And these are like some of the report that we, like the World Bank, they reports where they report, 2024. Then give the economic analysis. That's why they talk about young people in employment, a link to the country money we get, or the country resources. So most times you talk about employment when the country itself gets, a very good reserve. So the World Bank, their reports, they tell you clearly that youth unemployment, in fact, not all governments number for able shoulder them. The government need to create the environment where the private sector for boom. That's now what's in World Bank they tell you. And these are expert them. And so when the private sector boom, the issue about 500,000 jobs, it will be all encompassing. Where young people will get job at the private sector as well as government other initiatives them. Because now we are talking about technology, digital world. So the World Bank, they tell me about how far we don't come as a nation in terms of introducing young people to digital business. That's a serious issue. And digital business back, they go with your link, 24-hour light, electricity. You see the issues. So these are all the challenges. So when you look at the international report here, I think they open your mind for no say, for achieve the 500,000 job where the president intend for achieve. Not easy, and I think a very, very narrow, considering just about 2 years left for the president. Don't do something like 7 years plus, you know what I mean? So it's very, very difficult. And we as young people in the country, and again on the ground, you realize say young people are unemployed. Then Bokupas you and we get small job then. And again, the two major the way the World Bank report mentioned. Now that's either the young people are unemployed in large number, or the one that we set up a job, then call them say they're underemployed. What does that mean? Some they even take job where they look normal like say this we know they for do manage that one. So even the young people who see where they carry clean salon, you find out say they are so deplorable, vulnerable to diseases, many, many things. Because you look at them, you say this is employment, they pay you 5 million, 10 million for 2 and all over the city, then they go fast and they don't drop on somewhere. So this is not the one that want to get no skill. The one that get small skill, then they tell you say, in fact, job no day. Even though they don't learn plumbing, they don't learn some other skill. You find out say they constrain. And the one that they ride bikes, again, who we interact with them. Now, good thing for getting bikes. But all day, then get this police chase, CBD, and other things. And even then set them vulnerable. So considering a job was secure, what will give young people again? Now another issue where they look at. Because when they crash, now die. You understand? Most times when they run up and down in bad roads, they're again so vulnerable. So these are some of the issues where they look at. So when you look at the investments of the president, a manifesto, intention as against the reality on the ground. The reality now that 500,000 jobs are still yet to see that one. It's a big challenge.
So the president make this statement. And only make them like somebody go just say, if in a paper.
Yeah.
what you go say on that state be the way if you say like in a campaign message, na realistic message for say okay, I already see this investment we don't put in place and we will for achieve this, or if you just want for like make the people like say you want to see this.
Well, the president entered way they as opposition, like all other politicians. Then they make big promises. Okay, that was a promise, and I think if I will answer the question directly, now a political statement where the means for achieving it not been too clear. How you go achieve them, because considering the mining sector itself, when you look at it again, they still go to the World Bank report. The iron ore drop at the world market. When a serious issue again, in terms of who depend on them with mineral here. So the president, most times you listen, they make statements to the public that they want to diversify the economy. And how this 500,000 job will come out. They talk about agriculture, like my brother say. But this agriculture, again, when we do your assessments, we are still doing the old type agriculture, on a subsistence farming. And the president in his statement was like, he make it very clear that we're going to look at a modernized system of agriculture. Well, forget machines now the field. Young people are going to be trained as to how to use, 21st century machines, in the reproduction of rice. The one of the big, I call it big fives. Say for feed salon. Now one of the major theory presidents linked to that of employing young people. So if you are going to the agriculture or feed salon, now follow reduce importation of food, especially with staple food and the rest. And also follow we produce more and more of we own now. But the reality again, say rest will still import, and in price still a big problem.
Right, you make mention of the World Bank. They make mention of private sector investment.
Yes,
you get institution like Leon Rock, when one of the big mining company. Then also you get this one alone. So also we get young people them would employ. You get factories that are open. For example, that one and new to do that and road and pandemic and all. Another one them where young people they get job. If you take a look at all this, look at the statistics, you will get if not 500,000, but you get maybe a 200 or more thousand jobs.
Well, let me just tell you. In fact, according to the sources that we'll get, we get the president in office. And your own president is talking about we don't get something like 5,000 jobs, right? Not to 500,000, but 5,000 jobs. You get the Ministry of Employment, you go to the website, then it tells you so we don't go too far as getting something like 7,000 jobs. We then get like data. Then if you come to the chief minister and tells we don't pass 500,000 jobs. We are talking about 2 million jobs. So, but the reality is we cannot run away from the reality. The reality now that the graduates, them when they come out university, I think sometimes they go online or say, and then they tell you say job money, I have to forget. Because now ask yourself, we get factories, we get industries, we get companies, we get more of banks rather than factories, manufacturing companies. We get more of bank, and these are foreign banks. When we see more as Sierra Leone, stand to be corrected. Nigerian banks, where if you look at most of the employment there again, with young people in the go mobile better, that's nothing. Okay, and the economy you find out say, don't they say well how you call them West Africa like banking system, but the centrality about it all, they say they carry the money and go down and consider. You understand? Because not to Sierra Leonean banks then Bokunaya. Again, the employment there is another challenge, but it's better. Let's look at again the other markets forces. How many factories will get where they employ 2,000 or 4,000 young people? We go like give them better salary. Even the wage bill, we look at how many young people in the hand. Then the reality of traveling up and down, loading a bus, loading a taxi, up and down for go, it's so difficult for young people. The one that we get small job. You look at the markets, the local markets, for look at what they go buy. These are all some of the things where you talk about young people in welfare, young people into jobs, and how the young people here they live their welfare and their health. Where young man sick malaria. And they see most time people they post. This person don't die in a society, we don't know. If we remember somebody don't say, don't tell her which gun or this, that. Or cardiac arrest. It's so common these days, 32, 33 years. In other countries, they will launch an investigation into their death day. Because when they talk about the presidency flagship, one of the human resource, the capital, the human capital. So if young people again, then they die so much, we also need to look into that. So the issue about employment, I think the president, though he left short time for him, or one society counts a big company in this country, we're going to employ at least 1 million young people there. You understand? Because the mining sector is not doing well now. The mining side, we talk about again, headed back.
Next 2 years, because after this year now, next year we're going to full-time politics.
Well, that's how they think. It's so complicated there.
And not when they continue in their life.
Yes, because the president now him would evaluate, not other person, him way from the time we come into power, then the time we take the exit, whether able meets the 500,000 job.
We also get this issue where Solomon they refer to young people themselves lazy. Yeah, Solomon lazy. Get other countries like Nigeria, Ghana, these young people are going to certain creative acts and they do things for themselves, forget self-employed. But a society like Salon, the young people just rely on government providing jobs for them. You know, if again another problem.
And I agree with people that will say Salon people Salon young man they're lazy or Salon youths they're lazy. Salon youths they're hardworking. Now we go back to what you would call the days that we companies have been there, the SLPMB and this who they read in a book, so not been there, but so to read. Then suddenly, when employment, the young people they go work. Even when it comes to when the mining company they begin boom. I mean get friends that will tell me say, "Bra, me na lonsa adina and they can't tongue safe." So you find out say they get the zeal and get the passion for work. Then Alex, don't ask you say, Sierra Leonean they're lazy. How comes they get the passion for go cross the Mediterranean Sea, for go find greener pasture, for go find work? You they see Indian thousands, even though some of them they dupe them. You hand when at the agent, they say, "Carlo go," and this kind of stuff. And even when they go die, this now for tell you say there is the zest, there is the zeal, and there is the passion. You understand? There is this passion for let them work. Let we stop for use this as an excuse. Sierra Leonean young people want work, and I tell you, then they go as low as even for begin take work to the use for begin make road. Usai you find out say Portol Boku. You see Salom man and just grab one money. Then they make that road there and then they ask for small vehicle and forgive them. You understand? Where drivers already pass by go say but una give them 1 million, 2 million, or 10 million. This is about tell you say they want to do work. People that were lazy then just go wash them foot and sit all day, they bluff. But these people want to work. And I tell you if job there, then go work.
The government they provide for them the environment for them.
Fantastic. So we need the government, not all the government for give them job always. But if government, even the World Bank, now they report say, if the government give them the environment, where public sector, you understand, they boom, you find out say most of them go work. We get few. And that's again, I know they blame the young people. Now the politicians they back who can blame. Because most times now the party offices, now the minister in us, now one big man in also into politics, you go to encourage them for the kind of excellence and security. Instead of you go concentrate for get police as your security, the regular force, then you prefer for get them like bouncer around them. You understand? And then when they elect you give them whatever job, they will come back for can guide you. Because when they get per day or per week or per month, when they compare and when they go work in a normal place, then find out say if far what you they give they pass than waiting and they go get a normal employment. So they want and then they not even make something like what I will call 1% of the population ready for work. The young people then get passion for work. Honestly, we get for give them credit for that. If we create the environments, job day, trust me, young people then go reduce it for the pass. idling around.
All right, that brings you, Kai. Don't listen to Molai. According to go see one around. President Baby promised 500,000 jobs, but the environment not there. Waiting, Mango say the enabling environment, particularly for the private sector. The private sector on the boom. Most of the young people do not get the space for letting able for work. The one is where they work according to so then I just someone like Silano Silano House. As somebody where they work with the government, you believe say what is it correct or a misunderstanding at some of it?
I don't listen, and brother make key points. They make relevant points. However, I miss a lot of things where you look at them from just one angle. I don't listen them at the reference World Bank reports throughout in discussion. World Bank now one partner way like okay, government always want them around. Government always want for the World Bank there around, but it don't become clear much as then they do a lot of good to government, but it only become clear if you watch the approach to government and governance now most countries, including we own countries Sierra Leone, you will come to the realization say, in fact, most of the problem with governments that they go through, World Bank they contribute. Yeah, I therefore say that. Now, when they talk about and World Bank, they blame government for not creating the enabling environment, the challenges. But my brother miss somewhere. This same World Bank, now it always they behind government, not for subvent private sectors. You understand? The areas where government forgive subvention, you understand? So that people could be empowered, let they able to do something. This same World Bank they tell government say, now wastage. Government not forgive. So here we are. You want for empower youth. But maybe the organizations we will for sponsor or the individuals, the institution will for sponsor, so they go set up factories and industries. You say government not for subvent them. Government not for give subvention for fuel, for rice and everything. And so waiting they happen, you want let government sell them as per the cost where they buy, we're gonna make the thing very expensive. So if you see say private sector know the boom na this country, now one of the things in that because we get to consider transportation. We they buy fuel. If you say let government sell as per the cost when they buy under, maybe 1 liter fuel go end up for go up to 50 or 60 leons. We're gonna make the whole cost will be very expensive. You know why the government give subvention. So World Bank they conflict themselves. So the reports them me, as far as I know, they always want to stress African government. So at the end of the day, everything we just get for the run to them, go take loan, and then loan here they come at such a high interest rate that forever government defect for pay then loan here. You understand?
I wish we discuss.
You understand?
Around international politics, international trade. Well, I would have loved. If I don't like for love, we say
good. No, I'm just setting the premise there
to get these new colonialism practices.
Good,
but again, as a government, you get a responsibility.
And I'm coming there.
For look at say XYZ way what they do, will get a responsibility to people there.
Yeah.
The Anescoma government, the World Bank, also IMF, base put certain conditions, not give subsidy to this. What they want them people, okay, then do them.
Yeah.
The other countries, the Ghana, they go to the happening now, they want for like stop, reduce the kind of loan when they take. What are you guys doing?
So the challenge in this country when it comes to youth sector, it don't go on for far too long. My brother reference, let me say, I agree with him. Sierra Leone youth, they're not lazy. They're not lazy. But something that happen somewhere approaching the youth population of this country, we maybe we don't overlook. Let me draw more like attention to the DDR disarmament program after the war. Right? DDR train young people, take them from the conflict zones, take them away from conflict, train them, give them tools for self-empowerment. We all in this country, we see youth, then they take them DDR equipment, go sell them, and eat the money. Now that make initially I've been talking, say, government go train you, government go equip you, but government no get for the BNU day in day out say, hey, this will be train you by force you get for the drum. Now let me and you, the boundary they don't put you in school. Then the parent the responsibility. They make sure say they provide the resources for the pay with fees and dress free for level go school. We responsibility now for concentrate for level land. Okay, if you refuse for land and the other youth concentrate land, at the end of the day, what you expect? It just go for improve in life and you the reach to crest. So this now the one challenge we would get with youth them naturally. Yes, I agree, youth the one work. But even the reference it make to the temple run. Trust me, temple run they happen in Africa as a whole, not only Sierra Leone, not only because of greener pasture. Now, because we just don't get this mindset, say Europe is fine, Europe is clean, Europe is decent. We go there, we go live this kind of life. We really don't know how the people then go about for do them see how it happen. So people they left then go this temple run.
African government they don't fail them people making that man because for me now I didn't have a nice studio now.
Yeah,
I will call other man studio again.
So we are not talking about the in every situation we know you talk about the 100%. Not only the 100% we they talk about. You understand? For every 5 people who you put together, 1 or 2 must come out fine. Okay, so now that way they talk. We they talk about a lot of youths then they go, and at the end of the day, like they say, then same youth here go they call back the complaints they think hard. Because the point here is this: you go Europe safe, you get for go work.
So you believe that perception they say young people are lazy?
No, that's what I said. That's not a generic statement. No, we're not lazy, but I think youths then don't become laggard. You understand?
They feel complacent.
Yes, the complacency don't they overcome the youth then. Let me we don't say this thing. Okay, youth then they will believe say agriculture sector no to for them because we have this whole misconception about agriculture say na poor man business. So young people they even shy away from agriculture. You understand? But the one them where they take the chance. I mean, I know a young lady, very young. In fact, 2 of them. And James Agro. James Agro, you go Facebook, you see him. Now a young lady, less than 30. Now a graduate. He go into agriculture. She is doing extremely well. Okay. You have another lady, Yetta. Yetta, they into agriculture. She is young. She is doing extremely well. Most of the people you see with carrot, cucumber, you name them other fruits them, Yetta now one of them biggest supplier. You come to the male youth them. There was this young guy when they made now they all this nigga don't begin music group together. Donko. Yeah? Donko is well educated, he's a graduate. He works small with Africa Mineral, gets more money and left, he go into agriculture. Today he get one of the biggest poultry farms in Makeni. Yes, he get one of the biggest poultry farm. I mean, this is not the thing. Agriculture now one thing where youth they need for believing, but a lot of youth no still accept agriculture. So that's the thing.
More library something and you know come out straight.
Yeah.
There's this government, we get a government where when it comes for support people there, because the government supposed for the get their grants when they give to young people there. But then I know they happen.
No, it happen.
So possibly that, or if not happen, if it happen, not too visible for make you see the impact they create.
So if you listen to more like instead reference that we ministry now one we don't give grants to use them. We don't give grants. Young women from that's what I'm saying to you. In fact, when we give the grants, I remember at one time we officed in a National Stadium hostels. When we give the grants to young people, business people, they don't fill the form say, they do this type of business, they do this, they do that. When we call them now that National Stadium hostel for give them the grant, physical cash, go invest into your business and improve them. Corona don't disturb. We know say the businesses they don't fall. So as a young person, government provide this for let you go empower your business. I could vividly remember walking into the stadium hostess complex. About 4 young girls, they don't just collect this grant, they go and waiting and they say, will they go inside our money, now government money? Yes. Let's agree on government money. Let's agree on you taxpayer money. You are right. But you forgot it like like go chairman like granite. No, government don't suggest to you say go invest, go do something for yourself. They don't give you some seed money for go invest, and you they go you say we they go inside our money. You understand? And I stop them. I say now your money you right. But you really think that the best choice you make for go put an apport is that?
Then again, these are
You
just
understand?
these
So,
are,
I mean,
that
we
is
have problem with the
societal
youth.
issues,
Yes.
Government and everybody they encounter. But my problem again is other council. For example, the Ministry of Agriculture, them allocate for them budget for the year.
Mm-hmm.
No believe say for last year, an officer even get reach 5% of that budget. And it is refer to that project as the national also as one of your priority programs for you next for your current 5 year already run.
Okay.
So again, in office again, on our government so relax or not just pay attention to the area, the more particularly youth sector. We make all inside happen.
Okay, so again, at the answer then questions here with the questions with the answers we more like donkey. Okay, so we they talk about funding. More like I don't mention them to you. Government constraint. Money no day because the mining sector, this country don't rely on mining for the past 50 years or more. The mining sector know they do well. Revenue know they come to government. The NRA know they get sufficient tax for let them complement government efforts because how many people they pay tax? How many businesses they pay? EDSA know they get better money for complement government because how many people they really pay electricity bill? So we get this challenge with funding. As for the Ministry of Agriculture and the Feed Salon project, yes, it's happening. But you know, the misunderstanding has been when they talk about this agricultural project, a lot of things involve. Over the past 40 or more years, we know the into the country. So first thing first, you get for begin with facilities. The facilities, you get for create the facilities. When we do the pilot phase with the youth in agriculture project, Ministry of Youth, one of the challenges when we pick out first was we provide seedling, we provide food for work across the 192 chiefdoms in the country. The people then plant dozens or hundreds of acres of rice. Harvesting becomes the problem. You understand? Then plant. Now, for harvest become problem. Storage become problem. So these are things where we pick up, say, okay, now, it's not just about giving people the seed and food for work and these things. First, we need to go back to the drawing table, storage facility, drying floor, harvesters, rice mill for process the rice. All this, they part of the Feed Salon project. Government, they put in place that here, government, through the Ministry of Agriculture now, they develop the drying floors, now then locations here, like the Rokupa, the Tomabom, then they develop storage facilities, warehousing, you understand? So all this involved in the Feed Salon project until the wire be put in place. You know, go just grab, go plant the rest, 100,000 acres, 200,000 acres, you know, get harvester, you know, get storage facility. So by the time we harvest 1-2 acres, the rest don't done for oil. So the Feed Salon project is ongoing, but then there are areas where the ministry need for cover before you go into the actual planting on a large scale.
How that sector really collaborate with the youth sector?
Yeah, well, we collaborate well, which is why we get a separate unit in the ministry way and the youth in our culture sector. So we collaborate with them because just like what they say, if we for empower youth, not to just one area. And agriculture now one of the most important components for any country if we for develop. If we for empower, we youth them. So we collaborate with the Ministry of Agriculture, we get support from them for fully implement this youth in agriculture project. It's difficult because resources not easily come in. But as time goes by, we don't do the pilot phase, we don't know the challenges, and we don't work with them for addressing challenges then. Yeah. But then we get for again make clear we brothers and sisters and not say agriculture are the way forward for countries like Sierra Leone. And not only the rice. Sierra Leone, they don't know way for crops like cacao, which is a cash crop, coffee. Maybe it's time, even pepper, we go back to this thing. So let you then know, say, it's not all about rice plantation. pepper is so expensive in this country right now that if you get an acre plantation of pepper, in few months time, you know money, man. And like we've been talk about the feed salon project. One thing, if you remember, few months back, the president in the is it Myanmar or Cambodia, around that, for grow know-how then they do that, then they produce rice throughout the year. So one of the key factors and we don't they tell on we when it comes to we staple food and rice the production, the variety of rice we get in this country now once a year with the gram. But then during that visit, president and the people from the Ministry of Agriculture discover say they get varieties in then countries and the way as you the plant time you harvest, you can replant again, you harvest. So like you can able harvest 3 to 4 times a year, which means it's a continuous process. We will give you more rice. You understand? So all this we know they know. This we don't they affect you because we only get this brand when once a year with the gram. So these are the changes where they happen. The agriculture is happening. It is going on, and as a youth sector, we also they collaborate and we they encourage youth them for not saying not only rest you they grow. You can grow pineapple, you can grow cucumber, pepper, lettuce, carrot, all these they grown at this country. But it's a matter of interest. And these things expensive, we all know.
So with all that you believe say the country more, and you believe say with all this, instead of blame the government and the societal behavior, they blame.
The blame is a two-sided coin.
They blame the government and the people.
Yes, because the challenge is there with the government for provide resources on time because the resources not there. We all know say the sectors where government be depend for the resources they come in. It sort of not they function well right now. The mining not they do well. So resources constrained there. Now all this is drive you back to World Bank and IMF because resource constrained. But again, you look at them just like what they say, the societal factor also don't come in. This laziness, this complacency don't settle in for far too long that we need for aggressively let youth and Sierra Leoneans as they all understand say agriculture is a very lucrative area where we need for pay attention to.
All right.
Yeah.
Molai, according to Kain, just believe say complacency in one major things the societal behavior, which in the former president say change your attitude. And believe say these are the problems. Government they make the provision, but some people decide for like use them benefit them for their own gains, so you know the benefits other people them.
So Alex, again, I think before I come here, that when the flyer go out, some young people in call me, man, not forget to mention that. Because what they discuss. I think one major issue they will, in fact, don't like undermine even government's effort and all the try government try for empower youth, for give them employment. Whether issue they any country where they, the growth of the young people is a problem. When at drugs. You understand? So even as the president, they make him a manifesto. I don't think he began like this foresight to say, or even they imagine, say, drugs will be a serious problem under your own tenure. And whether you like it or not, currently as we speak, we're not going to talk about young people, their employment and the situation, we'll not mention the drugs. Because thousands don't die, or they see every day on the streets. They see people, they blame council can't take the body, Freetown City Council, or district council will go take body, and they die in numbers, in deplorable condition. So this issue about drugs don't affect the young people, even the employment business, even the welfare and the health. And the governments, again, just like they say, why we always blame governments? When issues of drugs come up, you want to see how government they address them. You want to see the robustness as to how government they crush them. Because when you look at state countries, them like, well, we're not killing for mention, but America. You see how Donald Trump take drug business seriously. Though there are some human rights issues, we are human rights people who they advocate. Yeah. Where they bomb some boats, where it suspects well, then they say they get all technological facts that this particular boat, they come up from Venezuela or Mexico for come, na America. So they can bomb them. People then die. But what they say here, I don't want to go to the human rights aspect, but they tell you about how serious drugs developed countries that they consider say it will bring the economy down. It will make the president in flagship where they say the human resource, that capital, for like even achieve them a problem. So again, we go back to that point, say government for do more.
Government go argue say they make efforts for Sicily and tackle this drug issue.
Yes, you know, a journalist. I know you ask the questions like a devil advocate, but the point here, government don't make efforts. Police them, they up and down for catch people that wouldn't suspect they into drugs. Also, then bring them to court, try them. But the question when many people they ask who they work at, young people then they say, other than the importers, other than the bear on them, the kingpin, what they call the large quantities, we not see none come yet na police nets. We not see them try serious kingpin na courts. Most of the people them na peddlers them. Now they want the way they suspect say they sell this amount, this amount. So they ask how them people here where they come with them, from outside country, they come inside here and then get like safe haven. They not bring them BB guns.
If it's the government, they protect.
Well, they are suspicion. Even this man where they say the most wanted, the just Letovic, right? You find out say whole police press conference and they trivialize it and they say, well, no, na Umar Sharif. These are things where we not for joke with, right? When it comes to the fight against drugs, we for put all national effort. We for forget about politics. We for forget about partisan issues. We for put the effort because what you do, it affects big man picking them as well as any other person.
If you see them politicize the fight against drugs,
well, to some extent, in a sense, even the opposition gets a duty for help government for expose people away into their business here, right? And make sure so they come with strong evidence, not just because of politics, because you want to bring down your government. Then the government said, such people when they make mention of them, they inside this country, you don't condole them. Why you know they condole them? The money said because same money they go down. The young people how they die so now we resources our future. The generations they will take over and then they die. The people that we want to give job.
Another argument.
Another
argument. Few people are on host now, so another argument they tell you say.
Yeah.
For example, like the Kush. So the chemicals they then they count, so then they can mix. So they're not supposed to ban chemical. Now legal theory be they carry it, so then they use for other purposes them. So then our hospitals, so then our mortuary, and other things then we expect people to go use them for mix chemicals. So you know, if it's again your government like they miss them, no, they're not be like able now for tackle them.
So again, I'll look at the major substance we call the hemp, right? Where according to most of the people the way they investigate, they tell you say they come from England. And they can inside Sierra Leone. Whatever mixture then they can do. The chemists them where they can do that mixture. The factory or that local place where they do the chemistry. I think that place will not for cover them or for expose them. Government will put a robust measure for ensure.
Civil society don't work with young people. Them you get any clue of the centers in there?
Well, the point is you will get suspicion that this particular place and the user. But me as civil society, I get access for going inside there. Where the person will tell you, say, you know, don't can't trespass in place. The police get all the powers for enter anywhere. And I tell you, the police.
When I was the police, we search one of the posts when they play, one of the president, the family, then pull notice also they can't find you.
So that's another thing. When certain people, their name come up, plus say they suspect them. People will say they don't get all facts about them. But like how can say no sacred cow? You see the kind of way how the police moving for go there. You see how certain there are people that they get that confidence. But even when we play like gimmicks around this thing, they think they kill people every day. And the one day when they go buy them, where now that cheap price, now they see they die in the street. So the barons the way they come with the drug inside this country, you find out say they have been protected. And that protection, they affect weak nation, they affect young people, they affect even the employment what they talk about. And again, let me just not forget this. Yeah, some of we go to some schools, they were not good schools, but there was a time when cannabis, jamba, Now have been the thing where we say, oh, this is a bad drugs. Then they don't know about it here. Then they guess what happened. Young people in the way the two. If I learn book, I must here I take for go university. When I sell cannabis, I don't get quick. I don't build house. I don't buy motoka. I saw it. Some of the places they will come out. We see Bokuman drop out of school, then choose that business day. Just like how me brother they talk about agriculture. If you went now say, if you go back to that agriculture where you for go dig or get this, like how you say make flour, and you compare say the business way they do for just cross one border and carry these drugs. They change in life overnight. Just if it's Sabia for move with the system, somebody go protect them and make big money. Trust me, you find out see people, young people, and they go into them business and they more than going into business where get long life, where get long term, and where secure, where legitimate, where a legal business. Then prefer for going to illegal business and then try for you know make use of the corrupt system. Then whatever police will go like cover them and say, okay, I will go through this rather than me go through the business way government don't tailor. So they undermine government in own program self. So that's why people not for use them with the lens or political lens. They for looking from that patriotic side, the nationalistic side, because it affects we as a country. And it look at everything that happen. Other countries they begin blacklist we. So no, these people there, I don't think you are and they do their own business correct. It's like you get billionaires there. They will trace how you make your money. Not in those days where you keep money, now any bank, you feel say you're smart. They will trace the source of your money. And when it comes to money laundering or whatever, they will pick one up and it affect the country image.
And according to Molai, when I don't do much as a government, for handle the issue of drugs, the issue of bello justice, but that's the major concern for Salon people right now, the kush. So because bello justice is about international, they will name the bad the international market because they use it as transit mostly. But one way they affect the young people more than the kush. He's saying on another
okay.
The emphasis
Sorry. Drugs bad. That one day we know the compromiser. Drugs bad, and the country get this issue of youth drug intake. Then nobody know they argue and nobody know they deny them. We they see them every day. However, there are a few things where maybe we need for carefully look at them. We just they talk verbally, youth then they die from drugs, we they see them in the street and they die from drugs. But I think the only way we know if not drugs, then youth they die from now after a coroner examination. Not only the coroner will able to tell you if not drugs killed a person. We get a lot of things. Earlier on, Molai mentioned the issue we get with malaria and other things and heart attack and this, that, yeah. It make them earlier, you understand? So, I mean, you know, with just a youth or somebody die in a street, you conclude saying that drugs. We know so we get the issue of drugs, but we go only arrive at that conclusion when a coroner confirms that this person died from drug intake or drug overdose. That now one. Second, as a government they do a lot. That I can tell you. Government they do a lot for let them control the issue of drugs in this country. However, the misunderstanding what they get, and my brother said don't they lay emphasis on that misunderstanding. Now that we get this assumption say these drugs them only they go inside plane or ship can or salon. We they forget the fact say we get a porous border system. The crossing point then so much. The crossing point so boku. You understand? That I can tell you even immigration service not able to pick up 40% of the crossing points there is in this country between Sierra Leone and Liberia. Then drugs I know they come from Europe and America only. Yeah, it happens that they come from the, but most of the people where they don't they hold with large quantities of drugs. Now people where they make like now cigarettes or other funny biscuit and they import from places like Guinea or Liberia. You understand? So if we concentrate on Lunge and Wataki, we don't miss the whole point. We don't miss the whole point. The crossing points them so porous that we they get the noise. Listen, if this government not been they do so much for control drugs, the arrest what they hear about drugs, they intercept what they intercept drugs, not for them they happen. We know they hear much drug interception at places like Guinea or Liberia. It can take 4, 5, 6 months before you say they intercept drugs in Guinea or Liberia. But it's happening in Sierra Leone like every month. Why? Because the security forces then they work. Yes, that they tell you, see, the government is doing far more than we really they commend the government for.
But this one, they accuse people at the government.
Okay,
So then they plan with them till they are so.
because now the assumption, this na Sierra Leone
But also
will
they don't all embassy motoka. All the ambassador be the well anyway, not so right now.
no, I can tell you, one the ambassador was not in the vehicle at the time when it happened. Alex, you get a vehicle, you there now, we there on the program.
For talk on, Lord
Yeah, I'm telling you, Alex, you there in the studio here now. Your vehicle is outside there. Let's say you have a driver. At the day on this program up to 10 o'clock or 9:30. Go na host to me na Aberdeen, go bring society. And your driver for some reason decide say, he go take somebody on the road for let him make quick money, which is happening day in, day out. We are seeing it. When it happen, however, Alex, you go get the bad name because now you directly get that vehicle. But you not even know what happen because you there. You are busy here. So, I mean,
bitterness between Salon and Guinea.
it just get for happen because it happen within the diplomatic circle. It go bring that problem. The ambassador will forget the bad name. The government will get the bad name.
You know, so senior government
we all know,
official,
see,
possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, the first top 3 government official in this country. One of them Bobo Deep at this thing also.
which
I don't
one?
even want to give specifics, but we the top 4.
Yeah, top 4.
One
When
of
you
the
say top
secretary
4,
of
like what?
this thing.
The minister of youth, deputy minister
I
of
know
youth.
it will give you.
Because
Top
when you-
government official.
when you
We,
say top government official,
The
my
old-
boss, the honorable minister of
the
youth,
name
is a
would
top
be
government
highly
official.
involved.
This is so-
I'll find a time I'll drill on
Alex,
this.
if we dwell on assumption at this country, we just get for the go round the circle.
Talk to like
You understand?
When it happens,
Yeah.
we get calls, do a few calls on Guinea.
Yes.
Talk to the ambassador, talk to a few people,
Yes.
and we'll all be know how the scenario be like
Yes.
at the embassy.
I spoke to the ambassador. We used to be friends, you know that, or we are friends, you know that. We work together at the party office. It not been there in the vehicle now. In driver is said. Now that make I give you that instance. Waiting the driver they do with the motor at the time when they left this studio compound for go na Aberdeen and come back. You not go able to account for that one day. You go account because na your vehicle, but you not go able to tell. You not get any monitoring system we go monitor ram inside that motor whether it take passenger or it take load, take go reach Aberdeen and come back. So
The name where they
probably
never
that was the
disclose. The
situation.
name would never disclose na passenger.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you. So whoever been there in the motor car in the absence of the ambassador, if somebody been inside with this thing happen,
Anyway,
the ambassador no go account. That is one. Second,
They haven't disclosed
second,
youth issues.
second.
I will ask
That's
you
what I'm
after
saying.
if
The
you're
youth-
comfortable or discuss that.
The youth and drugs is a very serious issue.
Of course.
We not go able to address them if we dey assume say na top government officials they cow drugs. No,
No, well, if not, the
no.
allegation some people don't they say, Mala also the government, they protect some stakeholders within government. Look, they protect some of them people. Yeah, so when they bring them to
More like
because
say-
even this they already do. No, nobody like I don't like very old two. They say they outside. Rusty container.
yeah.
And no container they move.
Yeah.
Will not get person. Will not get agents where they bring up. Will not get person they can do. They can clear. But we not one day get single name say. Now Alex get that container. Let's say now we get her named out. But we not this say single name.
Chase and say,
Yes. We don't want to me and my colleagues don't run after container. We know what's happening.
You get back to Wataki for get information on the container.
Law left and before that the law is law.
We never because we not do una work.
We'll
That
do
is out of
everything.
it.
There are some points you even get threats.
You get threat.
Oh my God, this country.
Well, you see, you don't begin afraid. So
No, no, I'm
as a
not
journalist, you don't need for free.
I'm not afraid me job,
This is the
boy.
part of we job. But on a more serious note, more like said, let me address the issue of drug in this country devoid of political interest. No, so fine. But if you say let me address some devoid of political interest, but then you dey still through as passions as politicians, then you don't already point with the stage where you don't set. Because until he's a legal person, in we law system in this country, until somebody is tried and proven guilty, right? You don't hold somebody based on assumption. You don't ever go raid somebody in place without a court warrant, and you not go obtain court warrant without sufficient evidence to the magistrate or the judge for like grant you the warrant. So these are all the challenges. We they assume this country we good for assume. We don't assume say Chakabundu, the South African musician, die. He's still alive. We don't assume, yes. We don't assume a whole lot of things that this country. We can just sit down, we feel good for speak bad about people. But me they tell you, see, the issue with drug importation in this country, let us stop for look only at the top. Let us begin look at them from the bottom to the top and from the top to the bottom. We don't see, I don't tell you about the porous borders. Then the whole people, cigarette boxes, at the end of the day, when they open the cigarette whole, how they call it, the box, then the gross, right? When they open the whole gross, that drugs did it. Not a government official, they import them in it. The importers, they did it and they hold them. We know that. Now, yeah, again, recently, people, they say, the mammy where they hold where they import drugs, the mammy old enough for sentence for 30 years. The same Sierra Leone. The same Sierra Leone. But then be just one let it be say, now somebody where they work in a government. Oh, now a minister they hold. Oh, let it go jail for 50 years. But now when they hold somebody because not a government official, then we turn around we say, oh, a old enough for sentence for 50 years. I don't know why a government official get a responsibility for make sure say things work in this country. You busy 24/7. You get for left and begin import drugs again because you say no saying that a disservice to this country. But I believe saying that the assumption we get, we always look the thing from one angle, and we need to address them for the youth.
Then a discussion for now because when we look at politics,
yeah,
you get some financier them. You understand? Now people already protect.
Assume.
But yeah. No, it's not an assumption.
Name of
they protect both political parties. Don't encounter drug issues in this country.
Yes.
We see that in Escoma, that plane and all land. Forget me get you people.
And the plane was arrested.
This bill,
the drugs confiscated and destroyed.
So
the people involved were arrested.
They are committed. The leadership. Now, many people they ask now what is going. For example, say an Escoma, people don't have close people, and close people they wouldn't be all. No. For example, maybe accusing Kemosi and others, or other people they see and they will lead to in sick and all that, you know. So these are decisions we they take. You know, it might not go down well with you, but they will expect the government, the leadership, the presidency for don't do take some actions, you know, so people will feel okay, but bring them.
So the commitment of President Bio is
why
for.
They don't continue.
That's what I'm saying.
Why they bring them continue?
So the commitment of President Bio now for let we fight this drug, let we take we brothers away from the drugs.
Man, donkey, where they try for do all like certain security. This guy with the head now attacking. That Bio guy, but he's doing his own part. And over to the police.
Yeah.
The rest na storytelling
and
interestingly, not the investigator. If he ever succeed, the cage said me learn they can pass with this thing now on investigate.
So
many times they pity the young man or then they blow because you're not to investigator.
So if Yanguba just like what they say, they capture them and hand over to the police. This tell you say as a government would they do we work? Yankuba is representing the government there.
Very cool. I know.
But the police, the military, the judiciary, these people, you not go hold and say the government of the day police, government of the day soldier. No, we're not the government of the day police, government of the day soldier. So if the authorities of the government of the day arrest drugs and hand them over to the police, if anything go wrong, my brother, we not blame the police because police no committed to any one government. They are there to serve the nation. Now they say they protect lives and properties, right? So when we as government officials we arrest drugs and pass them over to them, if they fail, you guys are the civil society activists, una fall on the police and commend the government because the government don't do the arrest or we don't intercept and pass them to the appropriate authority. Now If as a government Yankuba bin dey arrest, let's say drug importers now Waterkey, and say police no police, hey, this are they go in prison and myself, this are the sentence am, then the issue of human right they come in again. But now when government arrest importers and hand them over to police, if police fail for doing work, I don't think President Bio in government for be blamed for that. Remember, now this country we don't see retired Major Paulo Conte, right, was arrested on treason charges. This government allowed the judiciary for doing work, then go then say they not found them wanting, and with in a work free, he's in England. A lot of people, if the government may they just grab law now in your hand, quite enough for the Pademba road. Sometimes we for don't say okay, we get a death sentence because our government will not they go through the law. But what it happen, waiting the president they say, waiting the government they say, hand it over to the appropriate authority. In this case, the police. So if the police fail for do their work, not to the government of President Bio fail, because the police not committed to any individual or any political party or government of the day. No, they are serving the government and the people. Then get the mandate spelled out clearly. So I'm sure they not go fail, but their failure, not to the government of the day, will take that blame day. We are doing our part. You rightly said, Waterkey is making arrest. Other areas are making arrest. They hand over to them. If they fail to enforce the law, now they get that blame day, not to the government. We are doing our part. Our concern are the youth. We are taking the youth. Right. We are taking them to PMTC. I'm sure you are aware of that. We are taking youth really on drugs. Yes, we they go them, we they go clean them up and try to transform them in the best way possible. Now that the government they do. As we talk now, every National Youth Service, graduates, diploma, certificate holder, this, that, we don't go there now, we camp. We don't orientate them yesterday. We train them for 21 days. And then we send them on internship. That's our point. And the meantime, we make sure they know the dangers of drugs. You understand? The dangers of violence. We make them know this. That now we responsibility. We try for, how can I say, emancipate them? You understand? Reform them. At the end of the day, the buck stops with them. For let them take in already we they go give them day and now practice them in real life. The buck stops with them when they done the 21 days training, we send them for camp on the internship. Other than kind of liberty. Let them ensure say when they kind of liberty, then perform their all best so that liberty will decide for retain them and employ them so they will get a gainful job. But if government do all that, then you left it, you go back, you go sit down and go into drugs. It's like you can take the horse to the stream, but you can't force it to drink the water.
All right, molecules, for the wrap up, for you, the government are doing enough. Yeah. For you, you get different messages in terms of statistics. Within the president's office, they say different from what the chief minister office they say, and there's another sector where you make mention of within the give different. You see progress, you see improvement in the next few years.
So one major thing I think the government have to take a conscious effort for do. Forgets independent, body where they give you authentic data about youth employment. We still grapple with that, right? We're not able to get authentic data as to how many young people then get job. You find out, say, like you say, we they depend on the World Bank report, UNDP report, because to some extent, they report they're incredible because they look at it from the international standards. And again, you realize, say, why always do they reference to them? Now, because we governments, them past and present, don't depend on them.
Yeah.
And President Bill, before the kind of office, he tell me, so we get many years, we get a lot for, let's say, I don't live on your own. But when it can be, reality is, you get for depend on World Bank, IMF, then subvention, then money. And even the own report, then they tell you about the debt toll they incur. High debt toll, the service. We make the government not able to think on you and say, okay, you know what, we not own our money first. We don't see government the way do them. We want to go by which will they generate revenue, and at this our priority. So it's so difficult for African government. And I make if you watch when you start the discussion, about I say maybe we'll find another time for that. Because the global discourse there around then international monetary body, people don't know they blame them. But you they blame them, but you go take from them. And when you take from them, you find out they go set up the conditionalities. How you for go about what you for do. Subvention there, they will tell you say no, you know supposed for remove subsidies or remove the subsidies. So you go through them thing and they even for we get there, waka find boss. You find out the World Bank coming. For plants onion. For we address the market, the onion and price, World Bank coming. So you find out say all lengths here we get for frown away, we get for get a strategy. We will say, okay, as a government, as a people, you know what? The institution are not the help government for grow. What do we do for youth employment? What do we do for help with young people and for let them get job? On we own resources. Again, by imposing taxes, we're so high on people. If I now say they affect young people again, they are the way innovative. We want to create their own job for themselves. They want to do business. Some they lock in the shop because they say, I'm not going to pay. Government don't can decide for pay this or for pay that. At the end of the day, closing shop. Yet to want to encourage young people them for let them left and for go to government, let them think on their own in their own initiative and set up their own business. So all these are challenges we'll go for look at from that, I have to call them patriotic sense. And let the government also know say some of we where they criticize is very important because I don't want to make me minister. I don't want to give me a job. My point here is I want to let you do it right. Rather than you get other people that will just praise, bring you, Mr. President, yes, you do well, you're on point. You are not helping the government, you are not helping Sierra Leone. So that's why we go continue always to raise the issues. We know, say, of course, the government is committed. No one will tell you, President, you're not like Salon. No. They doing your effort. But you need people like us who will come and say, Mr. President, young people are dying there. Drugs is still a problem. Not because I just want for grab and talk, say drugs not a problem. Yeah? If na court are there, like what you say, if na court today, for la establish self say this na kush, we go say look out experts opinion.
Yeah.
Because me not sabi kush.
Yeah.
Okay? If for la say this na jamba, right? Marijuana, then we say look out experts. No so. But me and you, all they talk about national issues, na television, for let people they learn.
Yeah.
Then go tell you say, but who's kind of stupid lawyer go sit down there? They need for let you know say this man, all lady not my say they sleep so who's kind of sick we kind of salon. Wagobo, Kenny Mama, Kenny Potlock, almost all the districts. The young people in one corner, you they meet them they sleep and then they shrink. Them body then done and they get some food. Now who's new epidemic? Who's sick or on cancer but who knows sabi? And the ordinary man they tell you, now these children they take. So let we say we go by the public opinion without not consult any expert. This issue of drugs is a major problem. I think the president have declared at one time in parliament as a national emergency.
Yeah.
When a very good thing that's what you do again.
Yeah.
And setting up rehabilitation centers for them. Yeah. It's another thing where we're not go shy away from. We say yes, a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. So because when you look, if you're not foreign kind of a country, you see people then get big so food, then they don't have gutter, they don't have street. How you go feel for this kind of country? The private sector says if you can't do business, you go begin for say no, I don't think this environment is conducive for me. So that's what we are saying. So the president, to conclude, therefore treat this matter with seriousness and let you use him power. Now president get power until they amend the constitution. But I tell you, it still gets powers, especially when you use them for the national interest.
Yeah.
You not use them like for affect one party, you not use them for like damage some group of people, but in the national interest. Say it comes now power, it will be a legacy for them. Where people then will say, yes, the president stood up. You know, because leaders they always get challenges, right?
Yeah.
When you look at some president there, like in Europe or America, you get George Bush, he meets up what you call Gulf War I. The other Bush can meet Gulf War II. Obama can meet up Osama bin Laden. There are times not so you like planning, not so you think what you think about, but something can explode during your governance. How do you address it? How the legacy tomorrow then will judge you, posterity, for say, Mr. President, yes, you do well. Nobody will tell you, say, President, you go manufacture, come with the drugs and say, yeah, law can begin do let me government get this kind of bad name. No. But how we go address this issue, save lives, then we more particular about.
Yeah.
And politics go always there around. Around the issues because you are governing, now you the rule. So if people raise the issues, go back and sit I say, wait, but this thing, how me go address them? So now make we they say the borders, like you say, them porous. Yeah. We get porous borders. But I tell you, the man where they work now immigration, you the customs, we all get duty for save Sierra Leoneans them, for save we young people that will die. Huh? For now we get 500,000 jobs tomorrow. We will give them. It means the environment must be conducive. I think that time you wish. And I always say again, like you say, the young people will be going back. Because a young choice for kill yourself. Yeah. Avoid these drugs. We don't say people in the car with yes, it's cheap. We don't say you get problem. People in the way, some man they when you get problem, the only way is for take drugs or take alcohol. But another help for solve the problem, not kill it, they kill you. At the end of the day, you waste your life. Right? So many people and some man they even a woman disappoint her. That drugs they go take, or you go take alcohol. But at the end of the day, if the drug left you or the alcohol left you, what's going to happen? The problem still remain and not solve. And you become addicted. You waste your entire life. So I think when we talk to the bone, we talk to the beef, right? We don't talk to the government. We now then get the huge task, now then get the burden, everything there on government for create the environment and do waiting we think safe within the parameters for solve the problem. But we young people again, we beg the young people, do ya, Lord save life. Because then they die in numbers. And you find out say the society self don't they frown away now from them because people when they see them, no more help. They say, but them how they go choose or just they take this thing. And you say you come, you don't die. Yet you say they go again, you go buy them. And they know all these small spots them. The things so proliferated that the city, na district them, that you go they wonder because you know they take them, how did they get this thing? But there is a network from Europe to here. Then take to the small, 1 Leon, 2 Leon, 5 Leon. How then they go buy them? And some people are now, if you see on a keke or a BM bike man, they go tell you now they shy away again from the tramadol. Yes, I don't see some they tell you, me na tramadol no man they take away. They help me, while I able ride all day, all night. Can you imagine that? Where the same drugs that now we talk about, you never even know the quantity when they for prescribe for you if now sick you get on a pain. And this substance, the end drugs here, they still, according to the drug law of Sierra Leone, you forget what we call prescription from a certified doctor, right? For let you even go to pharmacy or go purchase them. Yet to the see pharmacy, the number cool people in the cell, the backyard, they get all that you're in the cell. These are all the issues.
Get more for do and sometime I travel go Senegal, I go for buy medicine. From the national give me. I be go like a diplomat, so pathway government official come in and sell give me. So I wish we go to a level when someday we get some measures anyway.
Yeah.
Kai, so with no expectation, would they wrap up? We don't run on generator, only give lights from morning till now. They run on generator, so long generator rest.
Probably.
What's up?
Nothing is about another give light. I think it's about now you meter don't now you top up go down now you meter. I will say that now you top up go down now you top up go down now you meter.
Yeah. I like to go by.
No. So I mean I will begin with the youth employment statistics we more like mentioned, yeah. Them figures the way you get, they are not wrong. Maybe you are just looking in the wrong direction. You understand? Even now, as I sit on there, I just received how you call it, invitation from one of the trainees them in one of the NACOM programs for in graduation. You understand? So we they get the youth programs here, like then why are we the graduation? Now people we don't train in how would I call it hospitality management.
Hotel
and hospitality and catering. You understand?
Yeah.
This
under military, my guy.
No, under the Armed Forces Technical College. Yeah, and this then they do them in conjunction with NACOM. Now NACOM, Australia. Yes, they wait there. So and then training here they go on this now. 6 months, 1 year, 6 month trainings them. So And this don't they go on since this government kind of power. NACOM don't they do am. You understand? Then skills training, then skills development, youth empowerment program. It don't they go. So then figures the way they talk about say a very maybe at the time where you get this figure from the office of the president, now exact waiting if you don't gather from National Youth Service, National Youth Commission, and other agencies when government agencies were responsible for youth skills development programs at that time. Now it go vary from the one way you get from the chief minister, because maybe at that time now waiting himself go down gather, and maybe the figures go down increase. The passing out they don't happen, graduations they don't happen, and these figures they don't add up. So that variance they not mean say na wrong figures. It might be say na quarterly report and they send the office of the president. It might be so the office of the chief minister they get monthly report. You understand? So you go notice that variance there because of maybe the time of reporting. You understand? No, all these sectors they touch on the youth sector. All these sectors they touch on the youth sector. No, this is why I said, PP. We are discussing youth, and they talk about the youth employment data.
Statistics.
Yes, so now that are the correct areas and the done one. But most important, we talk about the youth in drugs. Yeah. A very serious, and the president we don't declare him as a national emergency issue. We all know we need for address this thing, and with the work as a government we address them. You understand? But it not go happen in isolation, not to only government. The way for address the issue of drugs in this country with youth, we all get a responsibility. The neighborhood watch for be very vigilant. Come on, you don't need for Timap talk say, oh, more like than they sell Kushner, you say, I they call police. No. If I don't suspect, say, more like they encourage them to sell Kushner in O's, you then they take them, I can quietly grab, report to the police. Go away and report, say, are they so sign a cantonment road? Me also so color are they at so point number so. After the 2 hours or 3 hours at number so. If una go there, especially maybe at 7 or 8 p.m. in the evening or 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, if we go then and they will not go gathered in the well, then they sell drugs there. We need to do that at the neighborhood watch that. But people in the cover community, and then they want the government play magic.
As soon as we get one intel around somewhere around with kids who will do investigation on our house where they sell in the counter. From the junction to worker, people now so the people they move the information. We ask on the first junction. I told they reach me also the information don't reach. Journalists in the camp. Also now we get any clue for like say. So again you're right, the community people.
That this night we they talk.
What's when they accuse I will say I'm like the common they watch like a common
ordinary
person. Yeah. So also feel threatened, so just like
so that this would they say. But government not go succeed for fight this issue with drugs if we the people, if we the community, if we the society not join government for that day. This is a big challenge. Now we for join government, but if we they cover the people who they take drugs, I go only talk when it affects somebody who touch me directly. Oh, Kush don't kill me, small brother. Oh, this that. Then people can't find out they know say in fact. Now Alex in us they be they go by that Kush day. We don't know Alex to kai. Now in friend. And we I say Alex into this. So the only thing way I don't get angry with Alex now because it don't hit me, it don't hit me own family. We know they help the fight. We know they help. In this country, we just like this thing only when it affects me as an individual or as a family man. Then I tell you they read this common language, Papa government. Papa government. We need for help government.
But now again the politician don't police thing.
APC
we agree. SLPP they blame APC.
We agree.
APC no applaud SLPP. SLPP no applaud APC for good job. So
we agree. Always that get for the politics get for go. But at the end of the day, like my brother stated earlier, we get for look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Sierra Leone. So I go there SLPP, you go there APC. But when we see something we go destroy the country, let we put the party aside and address that one day. After we address them, you can take your party, I'll take my party back. Now that we need for do. And now that me your message to the people. Let's fight this fight. We are the government. Would I get for go vote? At the end of the day, I get one vote, you get one vote. We all now we get for go to map vote. So the moment you don't register, you don't vote. No saying that you're not the government. Everything when it happen, you get the responsibility for help. If not development, for develop. If not corrective measure, you get the responsibility for correct. Me that one person in my area or not to my area any side the pass. If I see you the smoke jam, but I smell them, I see you. I dey go up to you. I dey walk up to you. If I see you they take drug, I dey walk up to you.
So for me smell
You understand?
But anyways.
So I mean we hold that responsibility.
I will talk to Mambo and like come as SLPP now and can't talk as SLPP.
Yeah.
Because I get Bokutu and drill you on Lawi no Bokutu.
No, keep up for the SLPP spokesman.
Anyways, when I will stop the program for this net, I will tell you plenty thank you when I come this evening. Of course, I just do it for it's civil. Many a times when you get the top political minded people, them can always like come for me. But sometimes when you get a civil program, you able to send a message out and people understand what are the issues. And it has been for me, it has been a good discussion, and I'm sure the viewers are also will get few concerned with the people that is what kind they are for youth. So now we put some of them concerned into it has to do drugs and they be. So of course I have also plenty thank you to the executive director for National Youth Coalition, Mola Kano Conte. One day person say why you forget to son name, I tell you. But to the person ask me again, of course. Abdraman Kaina, the Director of Communication, National Youth Service, where of course they don't do with me throughout this net for how we discuss some of them tears so don't they happen. No, don't be violent as young people do this evening time around there. Let us stay peaceful and continue for serve this country. My name is Alex Flores Koma. They say plenty thank you to the technical team, Sao and in team. We appreciate you now and I thank you. Until then, we'll be back next week for continue with the discussion. Get it a blessed night.
Council X Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform with a tin-up for the tool and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.